So Ghana goes through many complicated events from then onwards.
Who removed Kwame from?
The military.
Okay.
The military. It gets military government. Let me tell you what happens in Ghana. In 69, the military returns to the barracks. Okay, and there are elections. And Kofi Busia established a party in the meanwhile, and his party got 58% of the votes. But once again, very low voter turnout. Almost the same percentages as those of 51, 54, and 56 elections. Very low turnout. It's an interesting issue which I haven't thought of. Why this low turnout? Or I must look at the literature. There were these problems with elections. Let me just give you the story under Busia. So what happens under Busia? Lots of the civil servants who had been there since Nkrumah's time were dismissed. Busia becomes quite authoritarian, dismissing judges. He promotes anybody who he prohibits anything that smells of Nkrumahism and prohibits it, bans Nkrumahism, and also issues legislation that protecting him, the Prime Minister, from being insulted. In any case, then in 1972, the army strikes again and overthrows him. So Ghana becomes a very sad case over the period, over the next 20 years of coup, brief military rule, and then civilian rule. Bad civilian rule, then coup. It goes on and on. Again in 1978 there's a coup. And in 79 and again in 1981. So the Ghana story until 1980s is of one coup after the other with brief periods of civilian rule. And that was also the case for Sudan. So if you look at the period from, say, independence till, say, 1985, these countries have more periods of military rule than civilian rule.